Okay, hi. I have a lot of embarrassing stories. Fortunately, I don't remember those moments. Um, but this one is pretty embarrassing. I was in Japan, stationed in Japan, and I had a friend there, and he had a girlfriend, brand new girlfriend, and the parents invited him over to dinner, and he said, "Well, will you come with me?" And I said, "Okay. Uh, what do I have to do?" Because I had just got there, and he had been there for about a year. So he gave me pretty much a laundry list of the things that I needed to know in order to go over to this girl's house and impress the girl and the girl's parents with him. And it's pretty extraordinary to get invited over to somebody's house. In Japan, we were out in a very rural area, so they didn't have much contact with Americans, and they just kind of wanted to know what we were all about and who was this person their young girl was seeing. So the list included things like learning how to eat with chopsticks, learning to sit cross-legged on the floor for extended periods of time, some Japanese phrases, and where to put your shoes, and these sort of cultural things that I had to learn. He wanted me to memorize, and he said, "You got 2 weeks." So I said, "Okay." Yeah, maybe I got 3 weeks. Sorry to startle you. So, I'm practicing with all my might with the chopsticks, and I'm watching the Karate Kid flicks, and trying to get the fly, and learning where to put my shoes, and I'm practicing these Japanese phrases on him and everybody else that I can kind of pigeonhole in the hallway or whatever. And they're like, "What are you?" They don't understand me, so I'm thinking that it's not going to be going too good. And then I'm also practicing learning to sit cross-legged on the floor for extended periods of time because I'm not that limber. So 2 weeks go by, and he said, "Are you ready?" And I said, "Yeah, let's go. I'm confident." And he goes, "Okay." So we go there, and we meet the girl and her parents, and they're really stern. And he had said this on the way over. He said, they're strict, and they're going to be evaluating us. So just be on your best behavior. Hurry up, finish that beer, and let's go. And I said, "Okay." We get there, and then the parents have this huge spread of food, every imaginable thing you can imagine Japanese-wise, and some you probably can't imagine. Certainly I didn't. So, and we don't know any Japanese, and they don't know any English. So the conversation is very limited and slow, and challenging, but fun all at the same time. And so things are moving along very well, and the parents seem impressed with us, and the girlfriend is happy, and Bart, the guy's name, my friend, he's happy. And so I'm sitting there, and they pass me a bowl of meat, and I take the meat, put it on my plate, and I'm working my magic with the chopsticks, and I'm feeling pretty confident. And it's kind of stringy meat. Didn't have much flavor to it, but I was just, everything that was going through in my mouth, I was saying it was good, even though I hated it, because I was trying to make sure that I was doing Bart justice, because I promised him. So I take the meat, I put it in my mouth, and I'm chewing it, and I'm trying to nod and listen to what they say, and I can't. It's tough to chew. And then I go to swallow the meat, and it only goes halfway. I'm like, So I swallow harder, and it's not going anywhere. And now it is lodged like in my throat, like halfway down. Now, I really have a very sensitive gag reflex. I have proven this in front of my dentist when he gave me braces. I've proven this with the tongue depressor. I'm like, "Look, you can't take that. I can't take that." And then they're like, "Oh, just open your mouth." I'm like, "You're not gonna be happy, with the results. So just leave me alone and take a look with the light, and that's it." So this thing is halfway down my throat, and I'm trying to get it down, and it's not going anywhere. And I realize that like a piece of the fat, the stringy fat, is stuck, jammed between my molars. And I'm like, what? All right, what am I gonna do? Nothing on this cultural list that Bart gave me says anything about shoving your hand down your throat in front of your host, trying to rip out a piece of meat and going, hey, love this dinner. So, and my body is starting to reject everything that's in it and I'm starting to sweat, and Bart is not paying any attention to me, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to ask for where is the bathroom, because I can't speak because the thing is lodged in my throat. And finally he looks over at me and he's like, are you sick? What's going on? And I'm trying to point to my throat and I can't swallow. And the parents just seem, kind of oblivious. They don't know what's going on. It could be a culture exchange between me and him. They don't know. And finally he gets it and he goes, well, the bathroom is right over there. So I have passed the point, though, that I have, like, my training for sitting cross-legged on the floor, I'm long since past that point, and my legs are asleep now. So I can't get up. And I'm trying to swallow, and I can't get up, and finally I just lost it. And threw up all over the host table, all over the food, and Bart was astonished at first and then mad, and I'm like, wow, this is the most embarrassing moment of my life. But the meat came out and I was fine, I could breathe again, so it was all right. But we never got invited back to that house. And I don't think Bart ever saw that girl again either. So that was it. Thanks.